We recently did a beautiful bathroom floor out of mosaic tiles, and in that floor we did a vent grill that was cut out of the same mosaic tiles, and once it's installed and grouted, it's just going to look seamless. Now I did a post on that on my Instagram. We had a huge response, so got me thinking, not only should I be showing the one we did for that bathroom floor, this piece, when it goes in, it gets grouted, and yes, it's going to look stunning, but it got me thinking that there's so many other options and choices when it comes to supply vents and return airs that I thought I'd do something small here for YouTube and give you an idea of what your opportunities are and options are and where to get them, because yes, they are available to everybody. So when it comes to floor tiles, you can simply put a regular vent grill in, and let's just start right from the bottom. You've got those plastic vent grills that builders put in. They're ugly and they go in the garbage often. And they're easy to change because you can just go to the Home and Decor Center, Home Depot, Lowe's, any place like that, and pick up these drop-in vents. Stainless steel top, you can get them in different finishes, and they just drop in, and they got the louvers that open underneath, and they don't look too bad. You get 3 of these for about $20, $30, and that's a great option. So whether you have a tile floor or a hardwood floor, that's always a better choice than the plastic ones they put in. If you have a tile floor, what I love doing is going as far as getting these cut on a CNC. It's a water jet that's computer controlled. They lay this one up. Because it's mosaic, they lay it up on a steel backing. They set the mosaic on there with epoxy, then they cut them out, and then that pattern is continuous to the tiles adjacent to it. Now, you also have the option of doing these in large tiles. So sometimes when we do large tiles, we take one tile, leave it out, we send it in, they actually cut the vent grill out of it, and it fits right in. So any veining that carries through is continuous. And that's a beautiful look as well, because once it's done and this thing drops in, it's a seamless look. And it's always nice because it is removable and you can have access into the ductwork if you need to. Now, some other options when it comes to tile or hardwood, and this is where the transition is. When we're talking about tile and hardwood, a company like Aria produces this product here. It's actually a metal frame, stamped metal frame in the background, and then you inset your finished material into it, whether it's tile or hardwood, doesn't matter. And these things come out and you can have access into the ductwork, and it's a nice seamless look as well, and I do like it. You have the air coming out around the outside, but if you don't like this frame, there's other options, so let's keep looking. Now let's just go back to tile for a second, and here's another version of that one that I showed you there, and I'm going to open this to show you because this one's quite nice as well. And these get cut also out of a water jet on a water jet, and they get glued onto this steel backing that you can control the vent and the air coming through, and then this sits on and sets into your tile work. So a lot of options, especially with these CNC cutting machines. There's just nothing you can't do. So let's move on to wood. When it comes to wood and you have a hardwood floor that's pre-finished, a simple drop-in vent like this that matches the flooring that you have is an easy solution. And you got these louvers that slide and close off the amount of air that comes through. Simple option, but it does sit up above the tile, and I don't always love that. When we do a custom floor and we lay the hardwood down and we do a sand on site finish, meaning we install the floor, then we sand it, stain it, and put our coat, protection coats over top, we integrate the vents into the floor. And those ones are these ones here. So this is a sand on site version, meaning it's done in just raw oak, and this gets set in the frame, this drops in, and when they come and stain the floor, they stain this along with the rest of the floor, and it looks seamless. And you also, again, have these louvers that slide so you can adjust the amount of air coming through. So what about pre-finished? Can we get that kind of look with a pre-finished floor instead of this drop-in that sits above? The answer is yes. So with pre-finished floors, you can actually order these vents to match your floor. This one matches a floor, it comes pre-finished, and then when they're installing the pre-finished floor, they actually integrate that into it, and then you have this removable piece here. Let's go a step beyond that. If you have a custom floor that they don't supply the vents that match it, there are companies like Milton Hardwood that supplied me all these samples. They actually take that flooring material, they send it out, they create a vent out of that material, so the finish is identical. It's the finish that matches the rest of the floor. They create that vent, and then they send you the vent back, and you install it with your floor. So this is a perfect example of that. This is a return air vent that goes on the floor. They don't always go on the wall. This goes on the floor, and if we look closely, there is some hand planing and hand scraping marks on this. That's because this is made out of the same material as the rest of the flooring. So they make this, they assemble it, they send it back to you with these louvers already done, and then you go and install it with the rest of your floor, and then you have this beautiful seamless look with your floor and your vents. So a lot of great options with regards to tile and hardwood. But what about when your supply air comes out of the wall? Some supply airs come out of the wall. You got supplies coming out of the ceiling even. A great option for that is this. It's called Made to Match, and this product here actually has a drywall flange all the way around the outside. So this gets installed with your drywall, with your corner beads, gets plastered in, and then this panel here is held in with magnets. So that is your supply air on your ceiling. Now it becomes seamless with your drywall work, and it looks beautiful. When it comes to return air vents, they've got this version Made to Match again, and this is a product that gets taped in. So you see this little bit of a recess here? That is the area where you put your drywall tape and plaster it evenly with the adjacent drywall, and then it just integrates into that wall, and you get this beautiful look of a seamless vent instead of those cheap metal ones that people screw onto the wall. I can't stand that look. This is a great option, very easy to install. Even a DIY project, really, if you really want to do it on a weekend, you can. And then lastly is bathroom fans, which up to now no one has really ever thought about or even talked about solutions for. For myself, often in the past, we made our own custom solutions for bathroom fans so that we didn't have these plastic covers that go over top of them. Now you have other options. Area has one here that actually sets in. So they've got a back plate here. I'm going to take the cover off. They've got a back plate here that sets into the drywall. So you cut this area out, bend it back to accommodate your bathroom fan that's in the ceiling. And then you've got this drywall flange around the outside, gets plastered in, and then the cover sits in there, and once it's in, it snaps into place, and that's it. It holds up, and the air gets sucked in around the outside. Again, a nice, beautiful, seamless look for your bathroom fan. I love this. It's a great, great solution, very innovative. And Made to Match also has one, which is this panel here. Again, the flange on the outside that drops into the plaster work, the drywall, and gets plastered in. And I'm going to open this one actually because I want to show you how easily this thing comes out and snaps in. So we've got this cover here that has these metal panels on the back with magnets. And once this is drywalled and taped into the drywall around and plastered in, this thing is magnetic and just fits on there. So they take this and they actually cut louvers in it for a bathroom exhaust fan. So not only can this one be used for your return airs on the wall, maybe your supply airs on the wall that is removable like this one I showed you, but it can also be used for a bathroom exhaust fan. So there you go, a lot of great options, lots of options to explore beyond that plastic drop-in vent cover, and hopefully this gives you some information to customize your space. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Share it with some of your friends that might want some of these solutions. Thanks for joining me.